I talked to Dr. Alvarez at Otero, and he seemed fine with me offering a small honorarium for her time. I don't know about the hotel room. She would like that, I think, to provide her some place to be able to stay while she's here. So that's the one thing I haven't worked out. But she basically went through and said pretty much yes to everything that Stephen had asked for. So that's really the update, is we're good to go with her. I would like to know what time you would like her to do her presentation at Otero, because I know they were talking about doing one downtown at the Senior Center, but then also one at Otero.
Is she going to be doing that on the Friday before?
That was my understanding, was the Friday.
Then I think if you just
Just
want to put it together,
time?
we
Okay.
don't really have any
I don't
commitments
want to
for her on Friday.
No, the
interfere
only
with what was going on downtown,
Saturday,
though.
we were just on Saturday.
Yeah.
I had mentioned, well, it might be kind of nice if there was like a business after hours or something
Right.
that the college might want to sponsor and then feature her.
Right.
I don't know if they'd want to do that.
I wasn't thinking about business after hours so much as, you know how we have our international students, maybe more of that style.
Yeah, right, something like
Right.
that, where you might have an hors d'oeuvre or something and people could come in and visit, or if she might give a
Right.
presentation,
Right.
you know, so.
Okay, so I'll just work out the details on that for that Friday. It'll probably be right after lunch or something like that, and maybe we could even have a cake with a big spider on it or
Oh,
something.
that'd
I don't know.
If you need a place for her to stay, I have lots of room.
Keep that in mind.
Do you think OC has
I
such a
know.
hard time with this? I'm sorry.
I just say Otero.
Yeah,
all the time.
Otero
Yeah.
would want to have just a little informational booth at that educational pavilion on Saturday.
On Saturday, probably.
Okay.
I can see if I can. The unfortunate thing is there's a virtual conference going on that
Okay,
same
and if
day.
not, it's not a
Well,
big
no,
deal,
it's
I
on
just wanted
Friday,
to
so the Saturday we should be all right.
Okay. And I don't think I got your email before, Warren. I know
It's
I wrote-
Warren.McClure at Otero now instead of OJC.
Okay. Just Otero.
Yeah,
dot
Otero.edu.
edu,
Yeah,
okay.
it's the best way to get me.
Have
My
too
Yahoo
many
one I
notes.
don't check very often.
Okay. And it's MCCLURE.
That's correct.
Okay.
And Warren, like Warren Beatty.
Are hard. Yeah.
Or
Oh.
Warren Buffett.
Okay.
Or Warren Moon.
Went with Warren Beatty
Whichever Warren you choose.
There it is.
Is Helen your mother?
No, actually, Bernice McClure, Carl McClure from
Bernice.
Crowley County. That's where I grew up.
Is it a dot? Warren dot?
Warren.McClure. Yeah.
We talked about something last time that we thought we could perhaps volunteer you to do.
Okay.
Ask you to do. We talked about maybe doing animals at the senior center. Do you think the ad group would be interested in perhaps putting something together where the kids can come?
So like a little petty easing sort of thing. I can ask Brooke. I know they do one every year. I don't remember the exact time frame. I think it's in the spring.
FFA
so,
week.
Yeah, so I think we could maybe ask them to bring some of their little goats or something like that.
Well, we were kind of thinking that the people we're trying to attract wouldn't necessarily encounter these animals in any other setting
People
other
from
than
the springs.
yeah.
That kind of thing.
Look at these little goats.
Yeah. We're full of ideas.
No, that's fine. And it would be by the senior center down there.
Probably.
Probably in the parking lot.
Would you guys have some, well, they could probably just tie them up to the back of their trucks or something like that too. I was wondering about fencing. If you guys would have that sort
And I
of thing.
think that
if
they're
they-
portable
That
crest
was the
stuff.
other thing.
Yeah.
If not, I know the county has some
For
that they use at the
4-H and
fair.
stuff, yeah.
We might be able to ask them.
All right. Yeah, I just didn't want to obligate them to also bring all of that
Right.
stuff too.
If they can let us know what they
I'll
need,
talk to Brooke
we
and
can
ask
try
them
to.
about that.
Okay.
Are we gonna run into issues, just throwing out there, with the parking at the senior center, with the water thing?
I
being
know
in
the water
parking lot?
trailer's gonna be there, and
And
I still haven't heard
now
from a
if we have
Machi trailer.
Part of that's gonna be
Yeah.
animals and
I
stuff,
keep
there will
thinking
be
Friday.
parking.
That's when I'm
I
busy with
think
Scouts,
mostly
so
we want people to walk
Friday's
over
stuck
there.
in my head.
Which is good for those
yeah.
that can walk.
Right, right, but there should be some parking, let's see, what's right across from that?
Tri-County.
Oh, yeah,
Right behind Troy County's lot is
public parking.
Mhm.
Right.
And then there's parking at the county extension office that's there. And that's, I mean, if, let's say they were in a wheelchair, they could park in that and take that sidewalk directly through there.
We can maybe ask the folks that are coming, once they unload and set up, if they wouldn't mind parking out of the lot, just in case, you know, we do get the petting zoo in there and.
And we do have off-street parking
Right.
For the senior center that's not the parking lot,
Mhm.
that we can
Mhm.
kind of leave
Yeah.
that open too.
We could look at that
Yeah,
when we.
maybe if we just have kind of a designated place.
What is
for
that thing that
handicap
you just
parking.
planted all those trees at that's like,
Right, so they've got that's the American Legion Halls in that motorcycle shop
yeah,
there.
okay.
But yeah, if you guys reach out to Billy, I'm sure he'd be accommodating too if you needed some extra parking space over there. He's pretty good about working with the community.
Did you get my email about, the Sabria meeting? No? Okay. I talked to Danelle Berg.
Let's just send it this morning.
No, I sent it last week.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with I posted it on my phone. Sometimes I think my phone stuff isn't with here. But Danelle suggested that maybe you ask Sabria for a donation for the Tarantula Festival since you're part of the group? Or is that not kosher? I mean, I don't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm scheduled to talk to him next month anyway.
Okay.
I have a spot on the agenda next week for Kings and Plains stuff.
Okay, would you mind? Do we need to compile a letter for you or just want to ask? Or?
It'd probably be good if I had some sort of letter
Or
that kind of lays out what
it is?
what the money would be for.
Okay.
So I'm sure that would be the first
Right.
question.
Right. And Angela, she kind of has a running.
I really do.
You don't? Oh, okay. Okay.
I really do. I said really
Oh,
do.
you really do.
I really do.
Well, on the application for Otero, I had to put a tentative itinerary.
Okay.
And it's probably not correct, but it's just draft. Thanks. And thank you. And then there was like, you had to have like a little mission statement what it was about. So I just put something down. It's not perfect, but
Colleen, you have proven that I'm going to try to recruit you for everything that I do from here on forward. Thank you. Thank you.
So anyway, so that's there. It says draft. Your name's on it too. So I just wanted you to know what I put your name on. But anyway, I could give you that, and then we could come up with some kind of budget line thing.
Yeah, it's the third Wednesday in August.
But you got my email about applying for getting application from the tourism committee, didn't you? Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
And I was working on filling it out. There's a few areas where I wasn't exactly sure where we needed to be with it. I forgot Pam wasn't going to be here, so I was going to bounce that off of her. How much money do you think we should ask for?
I think you should ask for $5,000. I know that sounds like a lot, but if we would happen to be able to buy the banners, there's all kinds of little incidentals that pop up.
Okay.
Who are we asking for that?
The tourism committee. And then we just kind of have to track it and show. And if we don't use it all, we turn in what's left over. We
Well,
don't
one
keep
of the
it.
questions in here, it said,
Is that right, Rick? We turn it back in if we don't use it
if
all?
a fee is going to be
Yes.
charged, what do you plan to do with the revenues? And I just said, put it back into the event for next year. That's exactly what we plan to do with it. No one here is taking a salary or anything like that. So,
We're not charging a fee.
no, I think we're just going to ask for a donation if they feel generous. That's how we kind of got around the fees for the licensing. Maybe there will be other things that we can put a tag on, but we haven't really discussed that yet, what it looks like anyway.
And we haven't had a grant request to the tourism board for so long, I don't remember, but I think if it goes over 5,000, then it has to go to city council, I think up to 5,000, the board can.
And I want you guys to think about inflation a little bit too. So you're saying 5,000,
seems like, I think that seems like a lower number, given what's going on in today's world. You know, there's been a misconception about this whole tourism and Tarantula Fest, and really, we haven't got to that point to where we're gonna do anything or what that number looks like yet. So, you know, I just want everyone to know that there's really not
Just the cost
a
of
lot that
running
needs to
shuttles.
get done, yeah.
The
Yeah,
gasoline
that-
for running
exactly.
shuttles is gonna be.
And I am gonna meet with her on the 10th of August, so if you wanna come too, I can call her. Pam wants to come, Ree's gonna be there, I'm gonna be there, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're supposed to do the route, show them.
Do you have
At
a time for the
1
10th?
o'clock at the senior center.
Putting it in my phone, I can't be there.
Okay.
I'm like,
It's
let
all
me
right,
look.
it's
I'm
okay.
like, oh no. If I'm back early, I'll try to be there, but
Is there anything else you need from Otero, like shuttle vans or anything like that? That's, I know we talked about that a couple meetings ago, as you thought you might have enough just from other avenues, but like the city buses and things, I just didn't know if there was something else I needed to visit with facilities about or anything.
Unless you wanna provide ride for Paula to and from the facility, that, I mean, I don't know.
the $1 million question is how many people are going to be on these tours?
Yeah.
How many buses do we actually need? If we had some sort of, I think we're gonna have to try to develop some sort of RSVP system in
Maybe
advance.
through the microsite,
Yeah.
we can have
That
that.
they can sign up and say, yep, save my spot on these tours so we can have an idea in advance of how many buses.
Yeah.
And I can't promise anything because if all the athletic teams are out of
Right.
town, we might not have any, but there's still a chance.
I don't think there would be a need for that, but
Okay.
it sounds like the city's been generous with offering their buses.
And the school district said that they
They
would.
would too. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not forgetting to ask the week before. You're like, how many buses do you have for us?
Are you guys gonna do 3D printed spiders?
I can talk to Joel about getting a few of those out just for maybe a little. I don't know how many we can print, but we can print some for sure.
So yeah, that, again, back to Angela, yeah, an RSVP for buses of some sort is pretty
It
important.
will
I
have
think
to
it would-
happen.
It would not be good if we had 3 buses and 8 busloads of people show up for tours
Right.
and have to scramble and try and
Yeah.
figure out.
Come
where
first
to
serve,
serve.
I guess.
Well, really-
Call Warren and say, hey, you said we had buses.
Bring the Jordan. You said you were gonna take
Appreciate
all the
that.
teams off of the buses is what I heard.
Sorry, soccer. You're not
Yeah.
going to Sterling today. Or the
Have to
Charette.
go find spiders. Yeah.
Bree, did everything go well with the permit? Is there any update that needs to be mentioned there?
No updates, it's just in review. I sent it out to the group with our little project form, and I told them that I would circle back and ask for a meeting the week of August 8th. So it gave them a little bit of time to think about things and review. I don't think there's any.
Okay. Is there anything else that we need to discuss? At some point, we're gonna really need to sit down and work out the nitty gritty to what everything's gonna look like and where things are gonna be housed and start nailing down definitely who's doing what and how it's gonna happen.
That was my question is, exactly, are you gonna have designated areas where we can go observe or try to observe tarantulas?
Well,
Or,
I know that that was part of our goal for the drive-through on the 10th. I mean, I would imagine that it would just be like, where are the tarantulas? And then they would stop and want to look.
I know Highway 10's usually.
I think we came up with 2 routes last time, did we not?
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't think it was
yes.
here.
I wasn't at the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can forward that to you.
That would be
Well,
great.
they brought
Yeah.
a map. It was a very good
Yeah, I
presentation.
have.
And we
Here's
talked
the map.
about not really stopping on
The highway that much.
Not
busy.
Corp 350, but just having stops mainly on the county roads.
That makes sense. So the green highlights here.
You nailed down what you're doing
Those are the 2.
Friday night? Are you doing something Friday night? At the plaza? Did you say you were doing something?
Right.
Yeah, so
So
Danielle
Clean
will
Valley
obviously
contacted me
finish
and
the
said that you guys had already booked a band.
Nobody's done anything. I hope nobody's booked anything, because I haven't.
Okay.
I think Clean Valley might have been.
Yeah,
Clean
Clean Valley.
Clean Valley booked a band for something for Friday night. I don't think it was, I think they were just doing something and then they
You were
said,
just at their
I
meeting. Did
had
they
not
book a
heard
band?
that.
no, that's what I thought Steve was at.
Steve said last time, yeah, it was
Been misunderstood.
Clean Valley.
Oh,
I
well, I
was
guess
under
if
the
Clean
impression
Valley
you
and
were-
if Clean
you
Valley
were
Recycling and Seco News, we
You
had a
were
2-hour
doing
meeting,
something.
and the day after the meeting, they contacted me and said that you guys had already planned something. So I'm glad we're having this conversation,
No.
especially live.
There's
Um,
no.
We're live?
There should have been some preface to that.
Your map jokes are real popular, Warren.
Lots of puns coming in.
Yeah. Love this on the screen, actually. So,
No.
yeah, so I'll follow up with Clean Valley and say, okay, if we're doing something Friday night, we had discussed 2 possible bands. One of them Steve had the contact info for, and the other one was the Night Shift. They'd expressed interest, classic rock country.
And you're planning on being at the plaza.
That's what we were talking about, was trying to do something at the plaza, because it's kind of in line with Clean Valley. They like to do it in the park with the grass.
I just
and
want to
all
make
that.
sure that whatever is being done, that we have it on the itinerary and we're pushing that with everything else.
Perfect.
And we make sure we get it out to the people that are coming in for the disc golf tournament that Friday,
Right?
so we can get them to, stay.
Yep.
Betty, I read your article. I just wanted to reiterate that nothing is going to be taking place at City Park.
Nothing at all.
No, ma'am. 2 weeks before Early Settlers Day, we'll cover that for everybody. But we're focusing on downtown La Junta.
And
So
then
if it's
in
not-
a Seco News capacity, we're planning on giving you guys live stream coverage on the parade. And we'll also plan on some coverage and coordination with the car club in promoting their car show, as well as some coverage. I've got.
Is that same weekend?
Mhm.
I was
Um,
probably
So the
thinking of
band's
that if I
going
mentioned
in
the city
plaza,
park. Yeah.
Not at Riverboat Park, or
Saturday.
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 Okay, so there we go. So you guys are planning something Saturday night,
Well,
and we would do something Friday night.
Well, that's been the talk all along, but
That's where we had confusion, I think.
it's still just talk. We haven't
Right.
gone down that avenue. That was the plan.
Okay.
But if you're gonna do Friday, I think that's a good addition.
Yeah.
It'll get people in and stay.
Now, we aren't putting that up against our guest lecturer or anything, are we?
Friday
It's
night,
gonna be afternoon.
It'll be afternoon.
Afternoons.
Perfect.
Probably between 1 and 5, somewhere in there.
Yeah, the climate control stuff, let's do it in the heat of the day.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Right? Do it inside.
Yep.
We were looking at Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Saturday
Perfect.
afternoon.
Okay.
Like 2 o'clock.
So I'll get back with Dee and Steve at Clean Valley and make sure they want to move forward.
Yeah, plan was to do it.
Because I've seen them do outdoor stuff
I
before.
think it might be hot for that. I hope it's hot. I don't, Colorado's
October
strange.
8th.
We hope
Could
they
be
don't-
anything,
we hope
yeah,
it's pleasant.
It's going to
On
be a
October
perfect
8th.
75
degrees,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Saturday at the museum will also be the bean supper. And that's
So
Oh,
gonna
wow.
kick
the
off at
Kosharis
like
will dance
5.
at the Kiva in the afternoon.
That's what we were, I
Okay.
mean, I
What
can
kind
ask
of a
if
supper?
you want to
The
do
bean
it.
supper
Bean
at
supper.
Otero
They're
Museum.
actually bringing outsiders
It's their
in, but
traditional fundraiser.
Oh, that should be good.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful
Right.
place.
Okay. And do you have a time we were thinking 2 o'clock, I mean, is that fine? Or-
I think that would be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the pavilion's gonna go from 11 to 3.
Or
The
3:30.
parade will be at 10. The bean supper starts at 5. If there were gonna be any downtown evening entertainment, that'd probably start at like 7.
Mhm.
So really, my goal was to stack the day where they could do it all, I hope.
Yeah.
And just tell them, like, this is where you can go, this is the map. I wanted to touch base
Is there a
with,
matinee?
Yes.
Yeah, the
And I
Fox is
wonder
gonna
if they'll
show
do
something
that,
special.
like a Friday afternoon matinee and a Saturday afternoon matinee. I know they're doing something, I just don't know what the day is, so I'll touch base with them so we can get that in there as well. Are we still good to go for the Presbyterian building? Can you check into that for us?
Well, we're live, I'll tell you about it
Can
later.
you check into that for
Yeah.
us? Okay. I don't know if anybody else knows, but we're gonna have at least one restaurant on every block in that whole vicinity, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna ask those businesses to kind of extend out into their patios. Hopefully get them to put up some umbrellas to encourage seating in their areas, and
And tarantula type items on there.
I talked to was it Steve and Tommy's? I always get that mixed up.
Mhm.
She was so excited because I told her about it. So she said, "Oh, we're gonna figure out some cool tarantula stuff."
Tarantula tacos. Tarantula burgers.
And last time, for those of you that weren't here, I did mention that I wanted to really have a conversation with those local restaurants that were downtown to give them first opportunity before we look at food trucks. Just because at Early Settlers Day, that's all they have is food trucks, and our goal is really to promote that downtown business district.
Mhm.
So that's the goal. If we get a lot of them that are out, which I don't think they should be, they're all open
If they
during
could make a
that,
quick
that
tarantula
time
type
frame anyway.
thing, hey, you get it out fast as opposed to doing everything inside.
And we could have more little tarantulas, a different color to go to all the restaurants.
Yep, each restaurant could have their own color.
Own color tarantula.
With a little food on their back.
Yeah.
This one has tacos.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we have not yet discussed that we should touch base on other than this couple of outstanding applications?
I just have a request. I'm putting together a display for the museum. In fact, I'm gonna go over there after I get done here. And I'm looking at my tarantula pictures, and I have some tarantula pictures, but if anybody, I know you guys posted one on Facebook like a year or so ago that was really cool, where tarantula was on the highway, but the color of the rock was really awesome. And if anybody would like to give me permission, I mean, I will credit you for your photo, but I'm hoping that I can get these like 14 by 20s or something and get this display done. But I would like to see a few more tarantula pictures so it really looks good, because I'm just going to donate this to the museum, and it's just going to be something they can put out every year.
Can you do an interactive
Yeah.
one that is a
Yeah,
video?
that's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah, so if
Yeah,
you
we
get,
can certainly work with you on
yeah,
that.
and then I do not have a good picture of a tarantula hawk. I mean,
Oh,
I
I have some of those.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I really need, I
Yes.
have one or two that are not good.
Yeah, my Russian student who was here last year had a tarantula crawling across her foot, and we had some, but it was video, so I don't know if you can turn something like that
So
into like a
the-
digital display. or
The
something.
museum has iPads that we're starting to upload
Okay.
video on that you can just go in and
Play it.
play presentations. Maybe that would be an
I'll
avenue
have
to
to make
see.
sure I still, yeah, I should still have that.
Nice video format.
We can put a station up where they can access that and see them in action.
Watch 'em live.
There's a video online of the tarantula hawk actually stinging the tarantula. It's a family and they're watching the tarantula and go through all the, the poor thing. But I don't know if we want to put that at, go watch that tarantula be paralyzed while you eat your beans or whatever,
Well,
but.
we have to remember that we're also informing them, and so we
Right.
tell them this could happen. Look.
And I did ask if they might run this display. I'm hoping I have it done in September through October. So it kind of,
If I can help you with anything,
okay,
let me know.
that's my next project. I just got that thing finished today, that tourism.
Super creative. I like it.
So, yeah.
Is there anyone that would be able
And just let me
to
know and I can get you some pictures we can go through. And then
like
we'll
what
just
they
put
do
the contest
at the
entries,
butterfly pavilion
Yes,
with the
yes.
roses,
names on all of them.
to where you'd have a place where they can hold the tarantula, take their picture, and then move on. Like if we had our own version of Rosie, we could call it Ricky, I don't know. Something.
We're gonna call it Tallulah.
I was thinking Amanda was gonna bring some spiders, wasn't she? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's gonna
Well,
bring a tarantula.
I think from what Steve said, that he wants to collect a few and have them in a
Terrarium.
case, a terrarium because some people that
Right.
go through that are not gonna go out and look out on the grassland, but they just wanna see one. And then they will be returned to,
The wild.
We'll need
Yes.
to be careful about the handling though, because I think Rosie is used to people.
Right.
And
Right.
These people, these ones are just wild still.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So-
But is there someone like that has one that is Rosie like, is it a real like
It's
trained
a pink,
spider or do they
it's a
just?
pink
Pink
toad
tarantula.
tarantula.
Okay.
It's not like we have
It's a
here.
pet store variety.
Yeah.
It's a lot different.
We had Harriet at our house for a while, but she died while molting. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, didn't make it out.
And the problem
And
is,
again, when you handle them, you gotta make clear that this is not
Not what you
something you
wanna
wanna
do.
do.
Right.
I mean, I
Right.
think it's
Don't want
cool,
people
but I
out
think
there
we
picking
should.
them up.
yeah.
Just because we're giving the message, just look at them and don't harass them, don't pick them up.
Don't
So,
make them your pets.
yeah, so then if
Yeah.
we're saying, oh, here, you can hold it, then they're gonna go, oh,
Yeah. And if they drop it, it's not good
Yeah.
for the tarantula.
Yeah.
Like on the photography contest that I've ran, last year we had an abundance of entries that had people posing with the spiders on their head, on their baby's head.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so we're going to make it really clear that any photos with the animals being held or on a person won't be allowed or won't be considered. So we're going to try to discourage that because
it's cool. but-
harmful for the animals because it traumatizes them, and then the risk is they shed those hairs in a defensive mechanism and you accidentally inhale some hairs and get agitated or get your skin
Right, yeah.
agitated from it.
I did want to say I was just on Visit La Junta website the other day, and there's a link to tarantula migration.
Okay.
That's being corrected.
Okay.
It should come out soon. I mean, I just got a note from Vista Works this morning that they are close to having that. Pam and I have been doing edits,
Okay.
and so that new link for the tarantula should be coming out maybe this week even.
Okay.
I
So,
want to make sure it's tarantula romance, right?
Right. Romance. Yeah. Romance. Yes. Tarantula.
As opposed to
And I just sent her
migration.
some of the graphics that we came up with. I sent them over to her, so she has those. Those should be coming out in like an event page on Visit La Junta, like an event of some
Okay.
sort. So that way we can start sharing and spreading the word there.
Very good.
But I just sent that to her at the end of last week, so probably not yet.
that's getting close to that update.
Okay.
So,
That's right. I remember you talking about that now.
I do want to put on everyone's radar once this heat finally starts to dissipate soon, I hope. I do want to walk the areas that we're going to be occupying with critical eyes so we can address anything that needs to be taken care of long before visitors come and tell us what's wrong with our city.
Yep.
Where are the buses going to be dispatched from?
So it's not set in stone yet, but the initial idea was to have them leave from the workforce center, I believe.
That should work well.
Their
Well-
parking lot?
Yeah, there's an entrance and an exit, and I thought that might be the easiest.
I think I was figuring it would be at the city park.
no.
Is there anything else that we might want to put into motion that we haven't already? Like we need to add more, but is there anything else that we could be doing or any other ideas?
You said the chamber was gonna help send out the information for vendors,
Yes.
so that, hopefully that can happen like soon.
They didn't, well, I asked Greg about the timeline, and he didn't want to send anything out until after early settlers day was over for
That's-
fear of conflict
That's so
Or
late.
confusion.
or confusion.
Makes sense.
So I didn't know if we put the form together and we started doing it on our own once we get that event page set up, and then have him do the final push after early settlers day, if that would be sufficient enough.
That's a good idea. Or maybe we start it on, like, Lahana, whatever that site is, or we can, I'm afraid that if we wait till after,
That's
That's
Too
only
short
a
notice.
month
Yeah.
in between, and people get busy with other things.
So what I'll do then, I'll draft a parade entry form and a booth form, and once we get the event set up, I'll give it to Pam and she can start doing her thing and we can share it everywhere.
So, when would you like a letter for you said your meeting is next month,
Yeah.
which is like a few
Well,
days
it's
from
the
now?
third Wednesday in
Oh,
August.
okay,
Oh.
okay.
I was like, so we have a little bit of
Okay,
time.
because I think you
Third
said
Wednesday.
third, and I'm like, okay, that's just
No,
like,
third,
okay.
third Wednesday.
Third Wednesday, okay.
Whatever that day is.
We talked about a costume contest, is that still kind of, we're thinking of that, or?
I think those could be mainstay details
Okay.
that can certainly happen.
Big-legged race.
I think the SBDC wanted to put together the 8-legged race, but I haven't gotten any other feedback from Mickey as to if
When was the
that's
last time we talked to Mickey?
progressing or not.
Long time.
Because I got an update at the last thing that she wasn't in this area anymore, at the last council meeting.
Oh,
She was on Zoom about a month or so ago.
I'll try to call Mickey.
How's this 8-legged race gonna work? Is it gonna be side by side, or are you gonna be a single file running trying to run this way? With your
Anyone
legs
remember?
tied together that direction.
Warren,
So-
do the gestures more.
I was thinking if anyone
They
remembers
like
the
that.
bed races, if you had a bed with 4 legs and then 2 people on each side, that's 8.
8-legged.
I was thinking like a 3-legged race.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what Mickey had planned, but then I got that news that I don't know. You might check with her, see if she's still.
We
That
might
would-
need a different organization to take that one on
Yeah.
and figure out the
There you go, Joe.
logistics.
I mean, the bed races are hilarious. I mean, they could decorate them up as a spider.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Just
And
something
I
that
will be
will.
think
funny.
the bed races haven't been in our area for
They're
so
so
long,
fun.
and they used to be so fun to watch
Uh-huh.
until the college just wiped out
Oh,
everybody.
I know. Those
All of the
athletes.
athletes
Oh, well,
started
that's
doing
what I was
the bed
thinking.
races.
You could have your own.
Yeah.
We might
Students
need them
would
this
love
year.
to
The
involve
students
in
would
that.
love
You
that.
could have the high school and college have their own.
I think
Category.
that's what happened to the
Wow.
bed races. You had like the businesses
Yeah.
going up against like the basketball team, and there was no,
It's not-
Yeah.
No competition at all.
so nobody wanted to do bed races anymore.
They haven't done one of those since like 05, 06.
Like forever. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
My
seriously.
kids were little.
Well,
I think
me and Joe
Roosevelt is
Farah
probably
ran
against the basketball.
in it for the Tribune, and we got blown away by the Otero College soccer team or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was no hope, and we had.
lost.
It's amazing that me and Joe lost. Joe is like in better shape than any of those college kids.
Okay, so maybe we can look at bringing the bed races back.
That'd be fun.
Do you
Would
think
that be
That would be
before
fun.
the
it would
parade?
have to be after the
After the
parade?
parade, okay.
So the street would be blocked off.
There you go.
They used to have them early in the morning, didn't they?
Yeah, it
Before
was
anything
morning.
else?
Yeah, it was before the parade, but in the afternoon, in the fall, it should be fine.
We hope.
Ice bed races.
Just put some skis on the bottom.
Was it like a block bar? Did they do a
Yeah,
block?
it started
Yeah.
at third and Santa Fe and went to
To
second,
fourth.
or there was maybe a line
I
across
did
there
it one
somewhere
year and
by
I
the
don't even
courthouse.
remember how.
It was about
Yeah.
a half a block or something.
Yeah, it was like a block.
It
If
was
that.
kind of
That
scary.
far.
You
It wasn't
wonder if
too
anybody
far.
was going to get hurt. You
If
know?
they get hurt,
Yeah.
I just
No,
said
there were
if
definitely
enough
some
speed, it was
spills.
done.
Got breaks.
Yeah.
And they had people on the beds.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Yeah,
I was
that
the
was it.
writer for
Yeah,
the
you
Tribune.
rode on the bed when, and I couldn't even like keep my feet under me. It was going so fast with Joe and those guys.
Okay, that's a good idea. Anything else?
Does everybody have my email if you have pictures you want to share? And let me take a look. I'm not going to have tons of pictures. I'll just put that out because I can't afford that many pictures if I blow them up. So I thought if I had 6 to 8 really good pictures, that's probably.
I give you my card. You got my
I
card
used to be
somewhere.
afraid of tarantulas, so none of mine are close.
Okay.
Just so these are for, you're talking about at the museum,
Mhm.
the display?
Yeah.
Okay.
have some, I'll share some.
We had a
That'd be
pet
awesome.
tarantula.
Yeah, like I
actually.
said, all the photographers will be credited and everything. I'm not gonna do that to you, but I just need a few more. I probably have 20, but they're not all great. I mean, you know, I have some that are on the brown ground and it's really dry and the tarantulas look brown and groundy, so
Mhm.
it's not.
Yeah. It's hard. It's harder than you
I'm gonna
think.
go over there now.
So, just to put this in your ear, I wonder if they would let me put vinyl tarantulas from the door, like walking, they look like they're walking across
Oh.
the floor
Mhm.
to
That'd
the,
be fun.
like, the little area that you're gonna be at.
I don't know. I talked to Sharon this morning, but I think, is it Christine Wynn? She's gonna be there this afternoon.
Okay.
But, yeah. I'll give you this, and then we'll get you a letter with the monies, the budget.
Okay.
Maybe Angela and I can work on that, and I didn't write down amounts like you were that one day, so.
And you said, I mean, would those help too?
These,
The application and stuff. Send me a
Okay,
copy.
sure. I might have
Work
it,
backward.
right, I might have a copy of that too. Well, here's one right here. I'll just give you mine. She's got one, so. So if you
I think
get
it's
this
gonna be great.
connected.
Appreciate everybody's hard work. Any questions?
You write your email down?
Sure.
for me? I'll send you. Oh, sorry.
So there are no food trucks
No, we don't know that for
At-
definite yet.
at City Park. That,
No,
I
there-
had
there's no
envisioned
trucks at
this.
City Park.
At
Nothing
City Park.
at City Park.
Yeah. Well, there is the antique vehicle show
That'll be on the
Is that
north side of the
happening?
courthouse.
on the north side of the courthouse.
Courthouse.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought they were at City Park.
No.
Mm-mm.
Thank you.
Nope. They'll be right
So
outside my
the
door.
videos as well to go
We were
on.
actually talking about how we
You can
upload
send
our
them to
video
me and I can get
conveniently
them
right there at my
so you can
office.
get them out of the
Oh,
pack.
really?
Yeah.
Are you right there by the